Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So Ripple to lay xCurrent base in India, industry player talks about a partnership. Just want to read a little bit about this, today's news. In a recent report by FixExtra, Vivek Awathi, the chief information officer at a foreign exchange broker and international payment provider called Currencies Direct, talk about the company's partnership with Ripple and the establishment of xCurrent in Indian corridors. xCurrent, which is the product under RippleNet, assists its customers in tackling and settling of the payments. According to Awathi, the leading blockchain fintech firm Ripple reflects the future for the industry of international remittances and demonstrates the role of technology in enhancing customer experience. So in his words, and this is a quote, "Our partnership with Ripple showcases the future of international payments and how technology can greatly improve the customer experience. When you think about the vast volumes of money that are being transferred around the world and to India specifically, because we got to remember, lots of people from India leave the country, go to other countries where they can find jobs. Economies are more robust. And what they do is they feel they have an obligation to send money back to their family. Fair enough, absolutely. And so cross-border remittance to India, the volumes there are specifically high. But the problem is tracking your money. How can these people ensure that their money will get to their families? Well, Ripple has created the solution. It's only right that customers have the ability to check the status of their funds at every stage. And I couldn't agree more. Ripple is democratizing cross-border transactions, allowing anybody anywhere around the world, or at least this is the theory. They are creating a system where everybody around the world will be able to have the access to technology where you can send as much money as you want to somebody in an exotic country, somewhere in Africa possibly, somewhere in Southeast Asia possibly. And the banks don't necessarily have to hold the currency of exotic country A to exotic country B. In a continued statement, he also opined that xCurrent is suitable for a versatile consumer base, from a trader to a financial director, as well as controller. Furthermore, the technologists believe that xCurrent could be the trump card in the remittance sector. He stated, "Whether you're a consumer, sole trader, financial director, or controller, people always want to have visibility of their money, and we see xCurrent as a game changer for payments." He goes on to say, earlier this year, Currencies Direct announced the result of their test with another product by Ripple, xRapid, wherein the pilot was announced back in the year 2017. During the time of the announcement of the results, Brian Harris, an official from Currencies Direct, also expressed that the company was proud to be early adopters of the blockchain technology in the industry. Metatron, a cryptocurrency and blockchain space follower on the news, stated, "This is pretty impressive because India is not fond of crypto." Another Twitter handle, named XRP 2020, also commented, appreciating the ecosystem. The user wrote, "They keep building." And they do keep building. If you guys remember back to July 2018, Ripple claims its 50% share in India is inroads to a global market. This is when Ashish Birla publicly stated that Ripple has a 50% share of the Indian market. Back in July, and we're seeing all this happening right in front of our eyes. But of course, we all kind of wish it starts to happen sooner. Ripple official claims that in time, banks will adopt cryptocurrencies, but before that, it will be small companies. And so this is another article from today. Just going to read a little bit about this here. In the recently concluded Impact FinTech 2018, Ross Darcy, the sales director of Ripple, spoke about Ripple's upcoming development and the organization's aim to solve use cases. Darcy stated that Ripple aspires to get utility out of the software with the single focus of making cross-border transactions simple and effective. "We are not doing any POCs or science experiments, but rather solving real-world use cases." So ultimately, he just talks about the technology that we all know, but really it's this statement that hits home, that small companies are willing to take a chance on the technology, the private sector, before governments and before banks. Private companies are more willing to take the risk, but realistically, we're not going to see the widespread adoption until governments get their acts together. And so, we get all this news from Ripple. We're always hearing about these partnerships in the space, although we know behind the scenes Ripple has partnered with central banks, and we know regulation is around the corner. So this is kind of like the hors d'oeuvre before the meal. We get a little bit here before the main course, and once that main course comes, it's going to be huge and delicious. Next up here, crypto exchange Coss boosts XRP, adds second largest cryptocurrency as a base pair. And so this is the Coss exchange. I've never used it myself. It is a Singapore-based exchange. Cryptocurrency exchange Coss.io just gave XRP a big boost, listing the digital asset as a base pair. The Singapore-based exchange has paired XRP with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Litecoin. They wrote Litecoin twice here, Neo, Dash, Omisego, ARC, Gemini Dollar, True USD, and USD Coin. The Ripple and XRP community has been pushing hard for the addition of XRP as a base pair on all cryptocurrency exchanges, especially Binance. Yeah, the reason why we want to push Binance is because we all use Binance. Binance is amazing. I think that they would very much benefit from XRP as a base pair. They argue the change would further detach altcoins from the price swings of Bitcoin and offer traders a way to utilize the speed of XRP to move value between exchanges. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, otherwise known as CZ, recently tweeted about the request, asking the Ripple faithful to convince him that he should expand XRP's presence on the leading cryptocurrency exchange. And this was back almost a month ago from November 18th. Nevertheless, we're seeing XRP being added to more exchanges. This is going to be hopefully an ongoing theme in 2019. Once we see XRP added on more exchanges, we will see more volume going through XRP. And when that bull run happens, not only will FOMO kick in, but we will also see traders using XRP to trade because it is cheaper and faster. People will probably not even decide to choose Bitcoin or Ethereum at that point. Because XRP is just superior to both of them. And maybe this is why there are holdouts. It actually just struck me right now. If there are exchanges that are Bitcoin biased for whatever reason, they probably do not want to add XRP because they know it's better. And so if they're heavily invested somehow in Bitcoin, or they have a preference in some way, shape, or form to Bitcoin, I could see a reason there for not listing XRP. And XRP_Canada always tweeting out the great tweet. Central bank digital currencies are coming. Ripple XRP connected? ? Project Jasper in Canada connects Payments Canada, Bank of Canada, TMX Group, the Canadian stock market, Accenture, and drumroll please, R3. And so there is a infograph down here. Added on to the tweet here. It's from Shane Nixon at Shane Nixon 11. And basically, here's the Canadian flag here. And as you can see, R3 RDA, I believe this is the Project Jasper logo, if I'm not mistaken. Says Jasper, I think. Yeah, Jasper there. Goes to the R3 Hyperledger fabric, to the Hyperquilt Interledger, then to XRP. So guys, we are seeing big moves in this space. Governments are slowly getting on board. Ripple's doing their part and laying their groundwork. We have to just do our part and keep hodling. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.